Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review of the Faber Castell Polychromos color pencils. Now, the Polychromos colored pencils are the Faber Castell's artist quality line of colored pencils. So this is the tin it comes in. It's a really big for the set, and I'll show you what it looks like in the inside later. And at the back, you see here there's some info about the pencil. Now, the Polychromos is oil-based, so it's different from Prismacolor and some other wax-based colored pencils, and I'll go into how that's different later on because I'm going to be doing a comparison with the Prismacolor white. And it states that the pigments are high quality in bright colors, and it's light fast and acid free, and the leads are specially bonded to prevent breakage. The leads are rather thick, 3.8 millimeters. And here's some of the color swatches as well as their light fast ratings. And in the set of 60, most of them have a light fast rating of 3, or they're very light fast, and only a handful of colors have a light fast rating of 2, which is still light fast. And this is really good if you plan to sell your works or if you plan on displaying them so that they won't fade in the sun. So let's take a look at the inside of the tin. And this tin is quite long, because tada, you have your pencils in different color families. And the set of 120, the biggest set, is also packaged in the same way, but I imagine there's no dividers. And you could just lift this out and there's more colors here. It's 2 layers. So yeah, it's just a metal tin and then these on. Everything to show on camera, but this will give you an idea about how big it is. Now, the way I prefer to work is that I placed one of the first trays on the lid side so that you can easily access both colors. And with the color selection, there's a reasonable amount of colors for every family. There's a lot of yellows and reds and pinks, and there's the blues and violets, the greens. There's actually a lot of greens, so this is pretty good for drawing landscapes or maybe plants and flowers. And here are the earth colors and some grays. Now, my only complaint with this set is that there's only one skin color, so I advise that if you buy the set of 60, get some of the lighter skin colors open stock just to save up on money, because you might not really need the whole range of 120, but you'll want to get a handful of the lighter colors you need. And there's also quite a limited amount of gray, so if you want an even lighter gray or something a bit darker but not black, you'll want to get those open stock too. But for the rest, I feel like this is fine if you're like starting out, or it's actually a really good set. You could just get these and then get the lighter colors you want. So I'm going to swatch out the colors in the set of 60, and one thing that I immediately noticed is that there's a really good variation of colors, but some of the colors still look a bit alike. So I recommend that if you want a lot of colors but you don't want to spend, if you want to save a bit, you can get the set of 60 and just get a few open stock colors, or you can even get a smaller set like the 48 or the 36 and then just get a couple of skin colors, because that's what it lacks. And the pencil is really smooth to use. It's oil based, unlike other wax based pencils like Prismacolor, so there's none of the buildup where it gets kind of shiny and the paper stops taking in wax. Feels really smooth to use, and you can easily achieve gradations, as you can see. And I'm going to show a technique later about blending these pencils without using a burnish or a blender pencil, because I didn't have one at that time. Of course, you could blend the pencils by themselves, but this is just an additional technique later on. The colors are so smooth and the pigment is so rich. Like, the color is just really bright and vibrant, and I really like that. With good quality pencils like these, it's actually better for your hands because you don't have to exert as much pressure to pack in the color. So I'm going to be doing a demo with these color pencils, and I'm using some hot press watercolor paper for this. You'll see later on why with the blending technique. And I'm just starting off by blocking some of the grayish values, and the set of 60 came with a light cool gray, a medium cool gray, and then a light warm gray and a medium warm gray, and then black as the darkest color. So these shades of gray give you good value coverage because you have warm grays and cool grays, and it's nice because you have a lighter color and a darker color, so you can't go wrong with these grays, and you don't really need to buy extra. The black color pencil is super smooth and really pigmented, so you don't have to press hard to get these nice crisp black lines. The Polychromos pencils are oil-based, and this makes their lead more firm than wax-based pencils, and I never had any of the tips break on me, and I only sharpened when I wanted to get a really fine point, but the leads hold really well and they don't break. Super durable, which means you save up on more money in the long run. And I'm starting to color in the feathers, and I'm just lightly blocking in some of the colored shapes. This was inspired by an artist on Instagram, a Japanese artist called Yue, because she really plays around with her colors and she showed how a rainbow gradation could work, and I really loved her work. And then I'm using the black color pencil to add in some of the shadow of the feathers. And you could use the black lightly to just achieve subtle shades of green. And as you saw earlier, I'm using Gamsol, which is a solvent normally used for oil painting, but you could also use it to kind of blend the wax in. And then after I blend it with the Gamsol, I just go back over some areas again just to blend colors together and add more definition. I apologize if there's flickering because it kind of happens every time I have to edit and speed up these videos. Here I'm just going back with the hair and adding more individual strands. And then just defining all of the shadows. Although if you blend with just the pencils themselves, it's fine. These pencils are really good value